Hi, everyone. Well, I'm a great believer in words. I believe in the power of communications and the power of words to enhance and also to create negativity in our lives. And I want to chat about some common phrases that I think you should reconsider. There are phrases that have been around for a long time, some of them, and they just say things in a way that just are not accurate. And not only are they not accurate, they're misleading and hurtful. They can be hurtful, but we say them and we say them kind of sometimes with a smile as if they're kind of a truth, like a wisdom from the past. But I wanted to share with you 10 common phrases that I think we should reconsider. Now, this all started for me about a week ago with I was watching a YouTube video by a guy called Gary Vaynerchuk, and he is a crazy guy. He's a marketing guru, really. He's has a very fascinating life, but he's super outspoken, and his language is a little bit risque, but he is, for me, it's someone that I enjoy because he's so truthful and he just gets it, and he prioritizes some of the same things that I do, and I like that. But he was talking about the phrase, nice guys always finish last. He was talking at a graduation, actually. He said, nice guys always finish last. And he said, that is so not true because it minimizes the importance of kindness and compassion and empathy in being successful. That somehow nice people, kind people, always finish last, that they don't succeed. There's somehow a negativity. And when I heard that, I thought, wow, that is actually so, so true that in in many places in our society, we value, being aggressive and pushy as if that somehow is a sign that you're going to be successful, that will ensure your success. If you're a nice person, kind, gentle, whatever, you won't succeed. You'll finish last. So I think that's one where we need a more balanced view of success. And he said, like, we should just erase that statement from our language. It's just not valuable at all. In fact, it's the opposite of what should be the case in business, in life, that you should be good, nice person, kind person, and that will be a measure of success. The origin of that, by the way, all these 10 that I'm going to go through with you are ones that I've researched and got the origin where they started. This was an interesting one. It was actually a baseball coach, and his name was Leo Durocher, 1946, and he was trying to inspire his team. And he said something like, look at these guys over here. They're the ones that are losing. Those are the nice guys, but they're losing. They're losing the game, So don't be a nice guy. Be out there and be aggressive and win. And I thought that was really, so that was the source of that one. And they stay with us, like 46, like 70 years, they stay with us. The other one is good things come to those who wait. It implies that like passivity should be rewarded. Good things come to those who wait. Success needs action. It doesn't need passivity. Although being thoughtful and reflective and calm, that's all important. But at the end of the day, success comes from acting, from having a plan, doing it. And the origin of that was a poem by author Violet Fane in the late 19th century in France. And that's how it stuck. Good things come to those who wait. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Now that's ridiculous. Because there's so many things that happen in our lives that are hardships, that are difficulty, that are just lessons, and they're so important. And it's not like it has to be an extreme of like really affecting you so dramatically that you're broken. It's actually, you need healing and support sometimes through these things. And this is not a useful phrase. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Not, in my opinion. This is all my opinion, by the way. Next one is the customer is always right. Remember that one? I worked in retail for many years. Many of you probably have too. And the customer is not always right. The reality is that staff have to deal with customers who are sometimes a little bit challenging and difficult. And it's like the customer is not always right. Now, it may be that that's your business's perspective, like the customer comes first, or that you should always, err on the side of the customer, but it's not true. And that was actually, guess who coined that phrase? Harry Selfridge, who's the founder of Selfridge's shop, a very beautiful department store, luxury store in London. So, I get the connection. Another one is you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Yes, you can. This is a beautiful one related to aging, because of course we all the time, we learn new things. It's part of my passion, part of yours too, probably, to be a lifelong learner, to always be learning and it's just a really untrue statement that, old dogs any dog, any age, any person, any cat can learn new things. So I think it's really important. Okay, this is a good one. This is one that has been around. Oh, by the way, that one was John Fitzherbert's book, The Book of Husbandry. That makes sense. Published in 1534. That was You Can't Teach an Old Dog New Tricks. Okay, boys will be boys. Now, if that doesn't sort of go against everything that we believe about, not excusing inappropriate behavior by boys or men anywhere in this world, and just being really firm about that, boys will be boys is not a useful statement. It's respectful conduct for everyone is what's needed. This world needs some kindness and some, boys will be boys is not an excuse for bad behavior. And it was used for centuries, apparently, in literature, but it came into its kind of own in the 1600s. So that's like kind of where that, and so that's like hundreds of years. Boys will be boys. No, they won't. Money can't buy happiness. All right, so the love of money can't buy happiness. Everybody's tweaked that one, but money can't buy happiness is an oversimplification of a very complex relationship between money and happiness, because it can buy things that you need and that you want and that you love. It can help you to help others. It can be, in a generous way. So money, if you have extra money, can significantly improve your life. So that's to say that it can't buy happiness. Well, it doesn't buy happiness, but it can lead the way to happiness. And it can the things you can buy with money can lead to an easier, happier life for you, your family, and others. The origin says it was basically again used many years over the years, but became really popular in like the 20th century when we became more capitalistic and commercialized and so on. So money can buy happiness. I would say that. It can buy some kinds of happiness. Another one, this is one that my mom used to say my dad used to say to me all the time. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Now, when somebody was mean to you and they say that, like bullying or something, sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Your words don't mean anything. They don't touch me. They're not powerful, but they are. Words are powerful. And, they may not break your bones like a stick, but, they definitely can break your heart. They can break your soul. They can break your hope. They're definitely, something that you need to respect. So sticks and stones may break your bones, and words can hurt you too. So that was actually, it says it was first appeared in the Christian Recorder, the African Methodist Episcopal Church. Interesting. But, all these, as I said, were used like all over the place in different, this is just to give you a little perspective. So the next one is, you are what you eat. Okay, so that's a little bit of a reductionist statement about, the health and identity. And it's not really true, because it leads to, in some ways, for many people, to a kind of unhealthy obsession with food. You're like, you should eat more, only the things that are good for you, and what's good for you involves this and that, and don't eat that, and do eat this. It can lead to an obsession with eating in an unhealthy way. So I think that, diet, nutrition is just one part of your whole, well-being and overall good health. So I think that's one that's a little bit questionable as well. Origin was apparently the German philosopher Ludwig Feuerbach, who wrote in 1850, man is what he eats. And this is where this, you are what you eat evolved. Well, a couple more. Fake it till you make it. Well, that's silly. Confidence is important, of course, and you want to be able to show, like building confidence, you have to step out there a little bit and be a little bit, nervy. But, if you neglect genuine self-improvement and try to make the best of the skills that you have and your talents and your being, is kind of a waste of that energy. So fake it till you make it. It was actually apparently used before, but became really popular in the 20th century with motivational speakers. Fake it till you make it. And it just, again, needs a little bit more thought than just saying, have confidence and just go for it. You have to have a bit of subtlety in your in your approach. This is a good one too. Blood is thicker than water. And it implies that family bonds are always the strongest bonds, and that they should be prioritized over every other relationship. Blood is thicker than water. All relationships, in my opinion, need mutual respect. And if that is not happening in your family, then that is not, you may be closer to your friends. And this is a topic that we have discussed a lot on 60andMe. We've talked about estrangement, where that concept of blood is thicker than water isn't true. And so I think saying that, it dates back to the medieval times. Apparently, there's a man called John Ray who had wrote it in his Proverbs 1670. And maybe in those days, well, any day, family is important. It always is really, really, a connector that's incredibly meaningful. But it can also not be that strong. And your friends, maybe your strength. Your good friends might be stronger bonds than your family bonds. So I think that's one that it's delicate. And I know everybody will say ideally family should be the strongest bond, but that isn't always the case. But I think by examining and challenging these common phrases, we can actually redefine some interpretations of how we describe other people, how we relate to other people, how we see them. I go back to the one at the very beginning with Gary Vee, which was, about the fact that, we need to be kind in order to succeed. That success in the broad sense doesn't mean beating everybody up and being better than everyone. It just means being authentic. I just thought that was a really interesting conversation. I hope that you agree. And if you did, leave your comments below. Which one of those statements kind of resonates with you? One that you'd like to erase from your vocabulary or like to see maybe refocused in our society today. I'd be very interested in your comments. Thanks for being here, everybody. Please like the video if you found it useful or inspiring. And if you did, also consider joining our channel here. It's on YouTube, but go to all other places as well. We're on website, of course, Facebook, Instagram, and also on TikTok and other places too. For younger people, we're all about normalizing aging. That's my thing. But anyway, I hope that you're doing well. Have a really, really fabulous day. Join our Patreon group, by the way, if you are interested in a kind of a quieter, more intimate relationship with me and others in our community. We have a Monday, Wednesday, we have live shows where we just chat, and you can make some friends. Women are actually going out meeting each other from the Patreon group. It's very, very cool in real life. It does happen. But anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support and your love. Much appreciated. Love to you all.